So نبلش هون. Welcome everybody. Today is our third session with our Toefl course by me, Lujain, an ESL teacher. I teach English as a second language. Welcome and thank you for joining. In our last session, we talked about the listening section and how we can get the main idea. Today, we're going to add another thing to it. But before we do that, I have something prepared for you. Who can tell me what is the meaning of a subject, or what is a subject in a sentence? Don't look from your...
It's the topic that something is talking about.
So how do you get it?
Who?
Maybe
Who is
from
who?
pronouns in
What is a
the
subject in a sentence? What is the meaning of the subject in a sentence?
someone who doing the
Someone who's
Something
doing
doing
what?
the action.
Someone who's doing the action, or something that is doing the action. That is correct. What else?
topic that this sentence related to.
The topic, the sentence that is related to. طيب. As you guys know, we have something called a complete sentence. What is a complete sentence made up of? You guys can
Subject
read
and
now.
verb.
You guys can
Verb.
read now.
Subject and verb.
Yeah,
It has subject, verb. That's it? Just the subject and verb. So I can say Lujain plays.
Or maybe
Is this a
object. Object.
So if I say Lujain, this is the subject, plays. This is the verb. Is this a complete sentence?
No, we need
No.
Yes.
the object.
No, this is not a complete sentence if I say just Lujain
Plays
plays,
what?
because you have to have the object. Plays soccer. This is the object. So this is a complete sentence, right? And where's the subject in it?
Lujain.
Lujain.
Doer, the person that is doing the action. Type. Now let's read together. Who wants to read? Who wants to read?
Can I?
Of course, Said, you go ahead.
Okay. A complete sentence is made up of two vowel parts that are both required in order for a sentence to be considered complete. The two parts are called the subject and the
Predicate.
Predicate is the part of the sentence that usually contains a verb and describe the subject or show action. The subject in the meaning part of a sentence which contains a noun that is doing something or being something. Subject and predicted can be
Predicates.
singular. Predicate
Predicates.
can be singular words, compound and
Groups
and phrases.
or phrases. So a complete sentence, it has two important parts that are very important, and they're both required so we can consider the sentence to be complete. They are the subject and the predicate. What is the predicate? What does it contain?
It contains the verb.
A verb and describes the subject or shows action, right? The subject is the naming part of a sentence. It contains a noun that is doing something. It could be a name. It could be, they can be single words, they can be compound groups, or they can be phrases. Let's see the examples that I put over here. Simple subjects, the cat ran down the road. Where's the subject over here?
The cat.
Because we have simple.
Dog.
No,
Yes.
we're talking about simple. We're still here, okay? So simple, the cat ran down the road. So the simple subject over here, which is one, which is the cat. If it comes as a compound subject, it will be the cats and dogs. They both ran down the road. So both of them are subject, but this is a compound subject. Okay? How does it come as a subject phrase? It can be the fat, wobbly cat ran down the road. The fat, wobbly cat ran down the road. So this is the phrase. You know the meaning of a phrase?
Yeah, it's the sentence.
Yes.
So
More
the fat,
than two
wobbly
verb.
cat. No, not more than two verbs. So it's a phrase. The fat, wobbly cat. So it has two adjectives over here. Fat and wobbly cat ran down the road. So fat, wobbly cat, this is the subject phrase, you know? صباح الخير. All right. Now, who can read the second example over here as a simple subject?
I can read it.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The cats and dogs run
No.
down the road.
Over here. A boy.
A boy ate his dinner.
So this is a
boy.
Yeah, but what kind of subject is it?
Simple.
The second example, a compound subject. Can you read the sentence?
A boy and girl ate their dinner.
Correct. And then the subject phrase, how did it come?
A boy and girl.
No, this is the compound subject. Now, subject phrase, let's read the example.
Give me a second. A picky little boy who normally never ate his dinner.
So you see it as a phrase, a picky little boy who normally never eats. This is the phrase, but it is a subject phrase. Ate his dinner.
I missed your question. You were asking to get you with the song.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right. Now, how to find the subject of a sentence? It depends on the type of subject the sentence contains. When the subject is simple, it is usually not difficult to find. If it's like here, a boy, the cat, the sewer. But when the subject is a part of a complex phrase, it can be a bit trickier. The key to finding the subject is to use the following question words to try to determine the subject. So whenever you guys are finding it a bit tricky to know what kind of subject it is or where's the subject in the sentence, try to ask yourself, who, what, who is doing it, what is going on, and then you'll be able to tell, right? Let's see. Let's start with the simple subject. Who wants to read it?
يلا
I can read it.
Okay, go ahead.
John planned to go
Okay.
fishing.
Oh, no. I want you to read the simple subject, all of it.
Simple subject. A simple subject is generally one word, the noun, and its accompanying article of a or an or the. Simple subjects are the easiest to find because the noun stands out without being marked by surrounding words.
Without being masked
Masked.
by surrounding words. Some examples of simple subjects are, can you read the first example, please?
John planned to go fishing.
So where's the simple subject over here?
John.
Correct. Now, notice how the previous sentences have a noun that is usually accompanied by an article. Looking for the article is a way to narrow down the possibilities of a subject. What is the meaning of an article? Who can tell me? What are the articles?
The and
They are a and the. When do I use them?
singular noun.
Just with singular? Can I use them with plural?
For subject, we use it.
Second time, yes.
والآن with singular the both.
That can go with both. Can you give me that can you give me an example using that?
The boy, the children.
The boy, the children, correct. Why do I use a and the?
When we talk about the unknown noun or subject, we use a or an. And when we
So
talk
if I tell
about
you a boy, do you
Yes.
know what boy am I talking about?
no, it's generally a boy.
Yes. But if I tell you the boy,
So I talk about a specific boy.
specific boy that both you and I, the listener and the speaker, know.
Know about
Okay.
them. Yes.
Exactly. Sorry, I just have to go get the remote real quick. And I am back. Sorry. Now, hold on. All right, now let's continue.
We use an.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Now, compound subjects. Who wants to read it? Go ahead.
Baby.
Compound subjects. Compound subjects contain more than one noun that is being described by the predicate. Unlike the simple subject, the compound subject can often contain other words, like conjugations, conjunctions, and pronouns. In the case of compound subjects, it's important to identify all the nouns that are being described. Will I read the examples?
Please do.
Savannah and Mallory went to the beach about an hour ago. The boy and his dog ventured across the open field. A man with his child tried to survive the winter.
So over here, we have compound subjects. And the meaning of a compound subject, how many nouns does it have?
More than
One
one
more
noun.
than, yeah.
More than
Yeah.
one. More than one. And they
For
usually
example, the boy and his dog is a compound subject.
correct. A man with his child, Savannah and Mallory, they both went to the beach. So we have a compound subject over here. Now the last one, okay, complete subjects. Who wants to read it?
I can
Should I
read it.
choose? Please do.
The complete subject is the noun that is being described along with the other modifier words that go along with it. The complete subject is also referred to as the noun phrase. These are the most difficult types of subjects identified because the modifier words can be another word types, including verbs and adverbs.
Yes. So the complete subject, it is a noun that is being described along with all the other modifier words that can go along with it. It is a noun phrase. They're a bit difficult, but if you guys learned more about them and read more about them, they're not going to be as difficult as it may seem. So let's read the examples over here. Who wants to read? Samar Khadr, go ahead.
My best friend, Alisa, won the award in the talent show. The longest and scariest ride at the park was the
Raptor.
raptor ride. The rushing waterfall was a beautiful sight. The next person in the line will be the last to enter the show.
Now let's try to find the complete subjects over here. Who can get me the complete subject in the first sentence?
My best friend Alisa.
My best friend Alicia, by the way. CIA is sh, Alicia. So my best friend Alicia, this is the complete subject, right? The second one.
The longest and science.
Scariest.
Curious?
Scariest.
Scarious, yeah.
So the longest and scariest, is this the complete subject?
No.
No,
Right.
the longest and scariest ride.
This is it.
At
This is
the
the complete.
park?
Do you have to add at the park or no need?
I think not, but because at the park is the place.
Yes, correct. طيب, now number 3. Who can get me the third complete subject?
The rushing waterfall.
The rushing waterfalls. This is the complete subject. And the last one.
The next person in line.
The next person in line will be the last to enter the show. So when it comes to complete subjects, it's important to know the difference between modifiers and other types of phrases. What is the meaning of a modifier? Who can remind me? Yes, go ahead, Abdurrahman.
Sorry, I have another question. The next
Sure.
person in line. In line
Yeah.
is the place. Why we do in line? Why is in line a subject?
It's
Part of the
it's a
subject.
complete subject
It's the
because
complete
it
subject.
yes, because it can be described along with all the other modifier words to go along with it. So over here in line, what is in line over here? Is it an adverb? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? What is it?
Adverb, I think,
Adverb.
Adverb. Why?
because we add something. We add the place.
Yes.
No, because no. Because line is non-verb.
Line is a verb?
No,
It's
I
a
mean
preposition.
In line. What is in line?
line is at the place we're talking
Okay, so
about.
line is
So what's the question?
What is in line? Is it an adjective? It is an adverb? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? It is an object? What is it?
Adjective?
Why is it an adjective?
I don't know.
Who can find out? You guys can Google it. Look it up. I'm gonna wait.
Adverb?
Why is it an adverb? Look it up, you guys. Use your phone. Go on your phone. Write the next person in line. What is in line? Is it an adverb? Is it an adjective? Is it an object? What is it? Look it up.
Preposition?
Preposition. Why is it a preposition?
Because it's there is a noun, and before it a simple preposition in.
But is a preposition, isn't it in by itself without line? I want in line together.
Okay.
I guess it's an objective.
Why is it an object? What is the meaning of an adverb?
More verb
A
than
word has been added to the verb.
It's an adverb of a place because we specified the place that the person were in.
What is an adverb?
Explaining
Let's
the
see. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word or an expression that generally modifies a verb. It helps the verb. So she types quickly. Where's the verb over here?
type
Types. How does she type?
quickly.
Quickly.
So quickly
No,
is
it's
the
quickly.
adverb. Correct. So quickly is the adverb. She ate slowly. Where's the adverb over here?
Slowly.
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 Exactly. He was happy. What's happy over here?
It's an adverb.
You
Adverb.
think it's an adverb?
What is it? No, it's an
Adjective.
adjective.
It's an adjective. So what is the difference between adjectives and adverbs?
The adjective describes the subject,
Describe the noun.
but the adverb
Nouns.
nouns. Okay, but the adverb describes the verb or help the verb.
They modify
Action.
verbs. Exactly. So adjectives modify nouns or pronouns, while adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other verbs. So our question over here is, in line, an adverb or an adjective?
Adverb.
It is an adverb. Now let's go back over
Present.
here. So, personal and relative pronouns. What is the meaning of a pronoun? Who can help me? How many pronouns do we have?
6.
Six.
No.
Pronouns is who?
7.
7. What the last
I.
one? Ah,
There's
yeah.
I. Don't forget I. Pronouns are an important part of our subject because they are often included in the complete subject or in compound subjects. Personal pronouns are words used to describe a particular thing or things. They are he, she, we, they, me, and him. These are personal pronouns. But the pronouns that we know, the 7 ones that I'm talking about, they are I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Yeah. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But the personal pronouns, they are he, she, we, they, me, and him. They're often used in simple subjects and in compound subjects. So let's move on. And we have her, us, and them. Relative pronouns. What is the meaning of relative? Anybody knows?
Connect with
We use to delete second time subject. For mention about this subject second time, we don't use he also. We use who, or about the place we use there, like that.
So they are used to relate or tie together two separate clauses. They can include who, whom, whose, which, and that. They're important because they connect the phrase back to the subject. So they make the phrase connect a part of the complete subject, such as the girl who won. So the relative pronoun over here is
Who?
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 who won top prize last year failed to qualify. The teacher with whom everyone was friendly decided to retire. So where's the relative pronoun over here?
Home.
Home, correct. The bus driver that yelled at the kids was just doing his job. So where's the
That.
pronoun over here?
That.
That. You see, they are used to tie together two separate clauses. So the first clause that we have over here is the bus driver yelled at the kids. So how did they connect it? Using a relative pronoun, which is
Yeah.
that. Awesome.
That.
There. Unmute. Let's hidden subjects and dummy subjects. Who wants to read this? This is easy. Go ahead. Go ahead, Summer.
Hidden subject and dummy subject. There are two examples of when sentences have hidden or confusing subject. They can be hard to discern, and it is important to be able to identify the two types. Hidden subjects are usually found in a command sentence where the subject is implied. They are often found in dialogue and never explicitly name the noun. take out the garbage, go outside and play. Both of these sentences don't have a subject, but they imply the pronoun you to the person or the object that command is being directed at. If a character in a book says to Johnny, go and clean your room, the hidden subject is Johnny.
So how did you know that the hidden subject is Johnny throughout reading? Right? Because you have to find the pronoun. It's implied. Okay? So whenever somebody tells you, take out the garbage, where's the subject over here? Who are they talking to?
Me.
So I am the subject. If I'm talking to my kid and I tell him, go outside and play. So where's the subject over here?
The kids.
The kid. So it is hidden, right? So you have to read. The more you read, you'll know. Dummy subjects, who can read this one?
Include vague words like it's an...
Vague. Yeah.
Include vague words like it's an hears and can distract from the real subject of the sentence. It's always difficult to sail in calm waters.
Calm waters.
Calm waters. In this sentence, the subject is actually sail in the calm water. If the sentence is rearranged to read sailing in calm water is always difficult, the subject becomes more obvious.
So if they changed it to make it sailing in calm water is always difficult, where is the subject over here?
Sailing in calm waters.
Sailing in calm water. This is the subject, right? But if it says it is always difficult to sail in calm water, this is a dummy subject. Why? Because it is at the end. Usually the subjects start at the beginning, right? So, tips for finding the subject in a sentence. Finding it can range in difficulty, but there are some basic tips that will help with the process. First, try to identify the verb. Try to find the verb. In the sentence, the verb is talk. مثلا هون. Okay, so they gave us an example. Who wants to read it? Go ahead. The giant. Can you read it?
The giant black dogs covered in water staked the poor little cat down the street. First, First, try to identify the verb. In the sentence, the verb is stacked.
What is the meaning of stack?
Stacked.
What does it mean? Who has the meaning of it? It comes from the verb stock.
Stack is just like
English, not in Arabic.
Well, it's something adhesive to something, or
following without noticing him.
Cross
to follow
like that.
without noticing, correct. To follow without noticing.
That's what we usually do to our exes.
Now, second, what should you do?
Ask who or what being described. This can help identify the subject. Who or what is talking?
What is talking? So ask who. So the giant black
black dog, yeah.
Covered in water stalked the poor little cat down the street. So if I ask myself, who is talking the little cat? The subject is?
The giant black dog.
Correct. Does there seem to be more than one subject being described in the sentence above? There is only how many subjects in the sentence above?
How many sentences?
How many subjects is there? Like in the
Two
Oh,
sentence?
subjects.
well,
The giant
many?
black
One
dog.
subject.
Only one.
And
So the
One.
giant black dog. If it
Okay.
has more than one subject, it will be a compound subject, right?
Mhm.
Let's continue. Are there any words that are part of the subject that would make it complete? In this sentence, the complete sentence is the giant black dog covered in water. So this is the subject sentence. Don't get fooled by prepositional phrases. Look for the preposition followed by a noun. Now I need to, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I can't concentrate like this. Let me just take it back here. Come and do it over here. No, I messed up. There we go. Copy and then add it over here. Yeah, let's look at it. Who wants to read this one? Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to complete reading?
So only Samad and Nima
Nama.
are Nama, sorry, are raising their hands. Nobody else wants to read. Are you guys still sleepy? What time is it? So early. It is almost 9 p.m. Let me choose someone else. Lean Sukkar, go ahead.
Yes, I can read. Don't get fooled by prepositional phrases. Look for the prepositions followed by a noun. Down the street is a prepositional phrase in this sentence.
What is the meaning of a prepositional phrase?
Maybe that are followed by a preposition.
Mm-hmm. So where's the preposition over here?
Down the street.
Down the street. So it is a prepositional phrase. Correct. Number the second one, the one after it. Can you read it too? Lean. Commands.
Yeah. Commands have hidden subjects that either refer to the subject, you, or to a noun in the form of dialogue. Example.
A dialogue.
Dialogue. Example, a character in the story points to the family dog and yells, "Go outside and get out of here." The subject in this case is the family dog.
The family dog. And the last one, can you read it too?
Beware of the dummy subject. When sentences begin with "it's," they are often dummy sentence and will often point to another phrase in the sentence that is the real subject.
All right, thank you so much. Now the last one, the last thing I'm gonna ask Fadia. Can you read the lesson summary? Let's see if anybody has any questions. Go ahead, Fadia. I hope you're ready. No? Let me ask someone else. Mahid.
Can I read
Mahid
it?
al-Fadil. Mahid al-Fadil. Can you read it? No. Yes. Who just asked me if they can read it? Because I did not see your name.
Yumna.
Okay, go ahead, Jumna. Lesson summary.
The subject in the naming part of a sentence that contain a noun that is doing something or being something. Subject can come in 3 main form.
Main forms.
Simple. Okay. Number 1, simple subject. The simple subject is a single noun, possibly with an article. Compound subject. The compound subject is more than one noun and part of a short phrases that might include article, conjunction, or pronoun. Complete subject. The complete subject include all the words that modify the noun, which will form of noun phrase.
A noun phrase. Now, what is the meaning of a complete subject? What can they include?
Both personal and relative pronoun.
So,
personal pronoun are words that take the place on single object. he, she, they, etc. Relative pronoun are are words that are used to connect and relate to phrase such as that, who, or whom. They are a few things to keep in mind when trying to find the subject. Don't get fooled by prepositional phrases which out from hidden subject. Be aware of the dummy subject.
Correct.
Using tricks like looking for the verb, asking who or what, and looking for noun modifiers can all help to identify the subject.
Identify the subject. All right. So that's going to be, I cannot talk. This will be sent to you guys on our channel, so don't worry about it. Okay. Let's go back over here. All right. Now, today we're going to cover detailed questions. Last time we covered main idea. Today we're going to talk about detailed questions in the listening sections. They might ask you a question to get details. And there are some tricks and some things that you should follow so you can find the right details that they're asking for. So let's go ahead. A detailed question will ask you about an important fact that supports the main ideas in the text. So دائما خدوها قاعدة لما بيسألوكم عن detailed questions, if they have any detailed questions, it's most likely and it's often related to the main idea. لما انتوا تذكروا هذيك الدرس لما عرفنا كيف نحن بنطلع المين idea. إذا ما بتتذكروا رجعوا احضروا الدرس الثاني فيه عن المين idea كيف نحن بنقدر نطلعها بالlistening section. So whenever you guys find the main idea, it's most likely that you guys are going to be able to find the answer to the detailed questions that they asked. Okay? So they're similar to factual questions from the reading section. فهلا هي الطريقة رح تساعدكم كمان تقدروا تلاقوا ال detailed questions أو ال detailed answers اللي هن بدهم إياها بال reading section. All right? So both of them are kind of similar. But then we're going to learn how to take detailed notes. They are helpful, right? But you just have to follow the rule, right? So, a detailed question will ask you about an important fact that supports the main ideas in the text. You will not be asked about minor points. ما رح تنسألوا عن شغلات بلا طعمة. You're going to be asked about stuff that are important, such as names, dates. You're not going to be asked about that. Detailed questions may require you to choose 1, 2, or 3 correct options. So it's not only one option. It could be 2, it could be 3. You need to take good notes that show the relationships between events, concepts. Remember that supporting details will always follow. What will they follow?
Main points.
The main idea.
Main points or main ideas. Okay?
Main points.
Detailed questions may appear in any listening passage and are typically phrased as follows. دائما خدوها قاعدة إنه معظم الأوقات بالlistening section كيف نحن بنعرف ال detailed questions هيجوكم بهالطريقة according to لهذا الشخص معناته يلي بعده هو حيكون هو ال detailed. What is one way that X can affect Y? اللي بعدها حيكون عندكم ال detailed. What is true about X? اللي بعدها حيجي عندكم ال detailed. What is the main problem? وان جاي مع ال main idea حيجي معها ال detailed. What is مثلا what is X? يلي بعدها رح يجيكم هو ال detailed. Now we're going to read an extract of a text about Perth, a city in Australia, and we're going to find the detailed questions. Okay? Who wants to read it?
We can see the answers.
I know, but you're not going to look. Hide.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to read? محدش عاوز يقرأ. لماذا? I need someone new. Let's see. Nancy! Can you read?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. In 20 years, 10,000 convicts
I want to read.
landed
Where
in
shall I start?
fermental bread Court, bright ships, followed, crammed with female prisoners who in turn would marry the new colonists in New World. By 1860, the population reached 35,000 inhabitants, and the rates of criminality were 7 times higher than in neighboring city Adelaide, just 2,060 kilometers away, and to which Perth liked to compare itself. In 1867, gold was discovered in the heart of the desert. The period witnessed the largest migration that Australia has known within 30 years. 500,000 people would land at Perth in the hope to finding the precious metal. Not all of them would remain, but the region had finally received a massive influx of the labor and money which was needed to take off.
Awesome. Now, which event was responsible for Australia's largest influx of migrants?
They discovered the gold in the heart of this desert.
Awesome. What caused the increased labor and money into Perth? You can answer this. What caused it? What caused the increased labor, the increased money that came to Perth, the city?
Because of gold?
The finding gold. What is the distance between Perth and Adelaide?
2016.
2,600.
Instead of saying 2,600 kilometers away, you can just say 2,600 kilometers away.
Yeah.
It's better. It's like easier on the tongue. So, how did the gold rush affect Perth's population? How did it affect the population?
The population. Oh no. Oh, the population reached 3,500 inhabitants, and the rates of criminality were 7 times. They were 7 times higher.
No. We're talking about how did the gold rush affect Perth's population? Because of the gold rush, what happened to the population in Perth?
Okay, 500,000 people would land at Perth.
Would all of them remain?
No, not all of them.
They received a massive influx of the labor and money which was needed to take off.
So, if this were a TOEFL listening passage, which would be possible detailed questions? And which questions would not be appropriate detailed questions? Let's try to find which of these questions do you guys think would be a possible detailed questions. Remember, detailed questions, they ask something like this. Okay? So look at them again. Keep a good eye on them. Remember them. If you want to take a picture, that way it's going to help you. Okay? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, by looking over here at all of these questions, A, B, C, and D, which of these are possible detailed questions? Could be more than one answer. The last one? You think this is a detailed question?
It have effect in.
Oh yeah, let's put this. Okay.
I guess
A and B. A and B.
B and D.
B and D? Okay.
Yes.
No, I don't think D is a detailed question.
So
C.
you don't think D is a detailed
No, I don't
question?
think C. D it's a
Oh,
detailed
C.
question.
طيب
Yeah.
معناته دي ما عنا فيها. طيب. Oh, sorry.
I think A is not.
So which one is not an appropriate detailed question other than C?
The distances. C
So
was
C
not.
is not a detailed question. طيب. Which ones are detailed questions? You said B and D. How about A? What is A?
A is the main idea, I think.
Main idea.
So whenever we're asking about the main idea, it is
The
for
detail.
sure it is a detailed question. Remember? So whenever they ask you about the main idea, that means definitely it is a detailed question.
I
Now
thought
let's
the
check.
following.
They're together. They're always together. So let's see our answers. Oh. Da-da-da. So A, it is an appropriate detailed question. It relates to the main idea. B, it is an appropriate detailed question because it talks about the main idea. C is not an appropriate detailed question. Correct, you guys. And D, it would be a detailed question because it talks about the main idea as well. So you guys did a wonderful job. Let's continue. Now, read the text and take notes in 45 seconds. I'm going to set my timer. I will read it, and then I'm going to give you guys 45 seconds to take notes. Then we're going to answer the questions on the next slide. I'm not going to be able to show you the questions, okay? Ready? If you have a pen and paper ready so you can take notes, because I'm not going to show you the text whenever I'm going to show you the questions. Okay? You guys need some time to get a pen and paper, or you have your phones to write, to note down stuff.
I am ready.
Not here.
Yes, we are
Yeah,
ready.
we're ready.
Okay, good. Thank you. Compared to bears, wolves are adaptable, adventurous, and reproduce quickly. A wolf pack territory will cover up to 400 square kilometers. A fully grown wolf pup will journey 1,000 kilometers to find its own territory and a mate. Scientists have tracked wolves using radio tracking collars and by examining the DNA left in droppings. A wolf from central Italy lived in Bonn for a year, while Italian wolves set up home in the Pyrenees. A wolf from Slovenia moved through Austria to Italy, where he found a mate and settled near the city of Verona. Wolves on the whole travel far and wide. The wolf population is on the increase across most of Western Europe, while in America numbers have soared in areas like the Rocky Mountains, where there aren't many humans and legal protection is in place. The wolf population sits somewhere just under 2,000. In Great Lakes, the wolf population has risen from 750 to 4,000 since 1995. Now I'm going to give you guys 45 seconds, starting now. Take notes, find the main idea, detailed questions. Okay. All right, time is up. Let's move on. Yeah, according to the author, what has allowed the wolf population to increase in America?
Their ability to
A and D.
A and you said A and D. Okay. Number 2, why does the author give geographical locations of the wolf in Europe?
A and C.
B and
Just
C.
put the idea to
How
show large sentences.
how many can we choose?
As many
Only
as
one.
you want. No,
Oh,
not only one. You can choose as many as you want if you find that as suitable.
oh, I think I say.
A and C.
I think
Yeah.
Time. Why is the DNA in wolf droppings important for scientists?
Maybe
A and
D.
C and D.
A and
A
D.
and D.
yeah, I
Ready?
think
And let me take a picture of it before I
D.
show you. D. Okay. Let me take a picture so I can look at it and find the answers. Ready? Mhm. Number one, the answer is B.
A.
Because what has allowed the world population to increase in America? Why did it increase? Right? You guys missed the idea. Number two, why does the author give geographical locations of the wolf in Europe, which is C? You guys answered A, B, and C, which is only C. Because we don't need to show proof. They didn't do it. They did not give us geographical location just to show proof. They did it just to show that large distances that wolf can cover. That was the main idea. Right. Why is the DNA in wolf droppings important? Because it allows them to track movements of wolves.
movement.
Because they
Yeah.
need it to know, right? This is the main idea. Right, let's continue. Okay. A listening passage. A detailed question will ask you about a specific piece of information from the text. Listen to a part of a lecture and answer the questions below. So the questions are here. Ready? Are you guys ready to listen? I'm only gonna play it once. Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
On the other hand, in cultures that value consensus building, such as many Scandinavian countries, decisions are made through discussion and agreement among all members of the group. This means that group members will often work together to find a solution that everyone can agree on, rather than relying on the authority of a single leader. Decision-making in Japan usually involves lengthy discussions to reach a group consensus, known as nemawashi. This gives everyone a voice in the decision-making process and helps maintain a harmonious and collaborative work environment. Indigenous cultures in North and South America also have strong traditions of consensus building and group decision-making.
A.
Sorry?
Now we have to answer, correct?
Yeah. So what is the correct
B,
answer?
I think.
B?
أكل
D.
كل
It's A.
A.
I say
B.
A.
A. The process used to make group decisions, a collaborative work environment, the act of relying on the authority of one person to make decisions, an indigenous culture found in North and South America. So let's find out. A. So who answered A?
I
Me.
did. I said
Correct. Good job. Good job. Good job. Let's move on. Okay. 7. More detailed questions. We're going to listen again, right? And then I need you to answer. Okay? Let's go.
Group dynamics are the interactions and behaviors of individuals inside a group. Because we are a social species, group behavior directly affects our personal, social, and professional lives. In this unit, we're going to study group traits with global examples. Historically, societies and civilizations have had distinctive methods for creating groups and demonstrating group dynamics, from the first hunter-gatherer clans to today's complex nation-states. For instance, social cohesion is highly regarded in Vietnam, while individualism is given less attention. In contrast, Germany promotes individuality and emphasizes personal success. Most African countries involve strong familial and communal bonds within their cultural norms. On the other hand, reputation and honor are crucial to group dynamics in the Near East. Being aware of these variations enables us to understand others better, form richer relationships, and work more efficiently in diverse groups. I want us to walk away from this class remembering one thing when interacting with people from other cultures. A person does not represent an entire culture. Put another way, group dynamics do not always account for personal behavior. Get to know the person. Yes, understanding group dynamics and culture is extremely useful for productive relationships and personal interactions. However, it's important not to generalize too much when discussing individual behavior. While it is easy to assign certain traits or behaviors to an entire group of people, it's simply not accurate or fair to do this indiscriminately. Individuals within a group and subgroups within a society may have very different experiences, attitudes, and beliefs. It's essential to take the time to truly get to know each person as an individual rather than making assumptions based on their background. This approach fosters empathy, respect, and understanding, ultimately leading to stronger relationships and a more harmonious society. Okay, let's move on. A variety of factors can influence group dynamics. I'll now briefly cover 5 key factors: collectivism, individualism, hierarchy, harmony, and consensus building. In collectivist cultures, such as many Asian cultures, group goals and harmony are prioritized over individual goals. This means that group members will often focus on the group's well-being over their own individual interests. This can be seen in Japan's annual springtime tradition of hanami, or cherry blossom viewing. During this time, people gather in parks and public spaces to admire the beauty of the cherry blossoms and enjoy food and drinks with family, friends, and even strangers. This cultural practice highlights the importance of group enjoyment and social harmony in Japanese society. In this context, the focus is on shared experiences rather than individual preferences or achievements. In contrast, individualistic cultures such as those in Europe and North America prioritize individual goals over group ones. This means that individuals are encouraged to pursue their own interests and aspirations. For example, in Canada, it is common for individuals to pursue their own career aspirations, even if it means leaving their family or hometown. South Africa and Australia are also examples of individualistic cultures. Hierarchy is another factor that can affect group dynamics. In Hispanic cultures, such as those found in Latin America, hierarchy and respect for authority are highly valued. This means that group members will often defer to those in positions of power, such as teachers or managers. Strong hierarchical relationships historically influence many East Asian, South Asian, and Southeast Asian societies. On the other hand, in cultures that value consensus building, such as many Scandinavian countries, decisions are made through discussion and agreement among all members of the group. This means that group members will often work together to find a solution that everyone can agree on, rather than relying on the authority of a single leader. Decision-making in Japan usually involves lengthy discussions to reach a group consensus, known as nemawashi. This gives everyone a voice in the decision-making process and helps maintain a harmonious and collaborative work environment. Indigenous cultures in North and South America also have strong traditions of consensus building and group decision-making. Finally, harmony is a factor valued in many cultures, such as those in East Asia. This means that group members will often avoid conflict and work to maintain a peaceful atmosphere within the group. For example, in Korea, it is considered impolite to disagree openly with someone in a group setting, as is the case in Sweden and Mexico.
All right. What does the professor advise against?
C.
So let's write C. Okay. According to the professor, what is true about Latin American cultures?
Think D.
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 So B or D?
D.
No,
D.
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 D? B, D. What?
No, D, just D.
Just D. All right. What does the professor say about the process of making decisions in Scandinavian cultures? Countries.
B. B.
B.
B.
All right. Now let's check the answers. Let me take a picture. We are in the C, D, B. What did we answer? So C, D, and B. What? You guys aced it. Nice. Good job. Okay. Tips for answering. Answer options may include certain language to mislead you. An option may contain information that contradicts the facts in the text, information that is not mentioned in the text, the exact words used in the text but which do not answer the question. Return to the questions on the previous slide, look at the options under each question, and find examples that contradict information in the text, contain information not in the text, and contain exact words from the text but are unrelated to the question. Ready? So which from here are contradicting? From number 1, which ones from here are contradicting the question?
The first one.
The first, طيب. The second one, which of these options are contradicting the question, that are misleading? What do you guys think? Hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Maybe A.
Maybe A? So, number 3, what does the professor say about the process of making decisions in Scandinavian countries? Which of these options are contradicting? What do you guys think?
A.
A.
A
Yeah.
again? Let's find out. So A refers to a different group of people. B is mentioned in the text but refers to a different group of people. C contradicts information in the text. Question number 2, what did you guys answer? A? Option A and C and D are mentioned but refer to a different group of people. Question 3. So Manata, what is the correct answer in number 1? Which one contradicts?
C.
C. Hold on, just give me a minute. So sorry about that. I think that's it for today. Sorry to keep you Amazing. Okay, I think this is more than enough for today. To sum it up, what did we learn about today? Who can give me a summary about what we learned today?
We talked
We
about the
learned about
subject. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Other
No,
than
you
Zaid
can.
crying the entire time, what did we learn about today?
We learn about subject and
Mhm.
the types of subjects,
Mhm.
simple and compound, and the
Complete.
the complete subject. Exactly.
Mhm.
Detailed
What else?
question.
Detailed questions. And how do we find detailed questions? They're usually
By
connected to
what
Main
Main
idea.
idea.
the
main idea.
main idea. We listened and we answered questions, and you guys did an amazing job. I will share with you whatever we learned today about the subject sentences and all of its types. Are you copying me? And I will share with you a little homework that I want you guys to do on the other channel. I don't know if you guys are in it. It will be great to go there, check out all of the worksheets and the homework that I'm posting, so you guys can work extra on your by yourself. If you guys have any questions related to today's lesson, do let me know. Do send me a message on Instagram. I will check everything out. I will be posting this video on YouTube, inshallah, in a minute, like whenever like it's done uploading. And please go watch it, share it, and I can't wait to see you guys next week, inshallah.
Inshallah, see you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Thank you,
joining.
Miss.
مع
Thank you.
السلامة.
Bye.
إلى
Have a good day.
اللقاء. Bye bye. You too. Bye.